Hello friends, this is Roxanne, and today, I'm going to recap the 2023 romance comedy anime called Tomo-chan is a Girl Episode 1. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. After entering high school, Tomo confesses her love to June, her childhood friend. June, who thinks Tomo is a boy, doesn't understand her confession of love and responds with, "I love you too, buddy." Disappointed at the result, Tomo complains about being treated as a boy and not as a girl. Tomo and June have been living together as neighbors since childhood. They would play with each other and hang out together. However, while growing up, they went to different elementary schools, but in middle school, when he met her again, June began to believe that Tomo was a boy, and this was the first time she got the treatment of a boy. While going to high school, June smacked Tomo's butt without thinking a bit. To her embarrassment and frustration, Tomo hits him with the elbow in the ribs, also stating she knows karate too. Arriving at her classroom, Tomo seeks help from her best friend Gundo. Gundo recalls that she only plays games that boys play and fights with kids from other schools, even in kindergarten. Whenever Gundo asked her to play house or dolls with her, she rejected her every time. So, at this point, she might well become a real boy. While asking for help again, Gundo states Tomo has many problems, one of which is the way she talks. Gundo tells her to try softening her tone a bit and being more polite and less blunt. After listening to her advice, Tomo begins to talk louder, and June states that she's talking like an old man. Angry at his remarks, Tomo asks what his problem is and decides to settle this issue with a fight. When June grabs her collar, her girly things flash out. Embarrassed, Tomo asks for a timeout, but June doesn't listen, and they both begin their fight. Arriving at home, Tomo's father asks what happened to her face. She replies that she had a fight with June, which she lost. Her father calls her a wuss to the Aizawa style, and they both begin to argue while Tomo's mother enjoys their argument while cooking for them. Next morning, June asked for forgiveness, and she also hit her with a punch too. Not responding a bit, June begins to tease her while touching her waist, but gets punched in the face. June states he already apologized many times, so don't be mad, life is boring when she's not around. And he can't stand having her ignore him for another second. Recalling his words, Tomo states he's always like this the day they fight, but tells him she won't ignore him. Back to buddies again, they gave each other a fist pump and went to high school. On the rooftop, Gundo asks Tomo why she and June always come to school together, hang out throughout the school together, and then why she spends her lunch break with her. Tomo replies that when a girl and a boy go to lunch together, they feel like they are dating, and she does not want to feel that way. Angry at her statement, Gundo runs away, saying she needs to eat with June. While eating besides June, Tomo reveals the reason behind not eating with the trio is that these two hate each other's guts. While eating her fried chicken, June asks for one, which she happily gives him. But she gets embarrassed when June holds her hand while eating the fried chicken with her chopsticks. In the middle of the school, a guy named Tanabe arrives and asks June how far he's gotten with Tomo, stating the intense thing sports guys and girls do together. Thinking as a karate practice they usually do at her home, June tells Tanabe they have been doing this since they were kids. To his surprise, Tanabe states there is no doubt she has an amazing body. Thinking of her flying kicks, June replies that Tomo's got good feet and is good at using them too. To his surprise, Gundo, who is listening to all this, immediately heads to Tomo and tells her everything. Infuriated at his words, Tomo beats the hell out of June. Later, Gundo stops Tanabe, telling him June and Tomo are not dating, and June doesn't even see Tomo as a girl. Tanabe thinks their relationship is interesting, and how can he give them a push? Angry, Gundo states she's known them since childhood and she's the only one who's allowed to play with them. Later that day, it starts raining heavily. Gundo and June recall they did not bring an umbrella. Meeting with each other, Gundo recalls how she and Tomo used to play together, but now June hates her without reason. June states she always came up with extreme pranks, but whenever the grown-ups yelled at them, she was nowhere to be found and would always run away. In order to instill insecurity, Gundo asks himself how he would feel if Tomo were to get a boyfriend and leaves June for him. This leads to June pushing her towards the hall and into the rain. Suddenly, Tomo arrives with an umbrella. Instead of June, Tomo asks Gundo to go with her under her umbrella, but she declines and makes her go with June. As they are walking back home, Tomo tries to stand a little away from June and ends up getting wet. When June asks why she is staying away from him, Tomo recalls that she came from the bathroom and smells sweaty. June sniffs her and recalls that she's smelling kind of nice. Embarrassed at this, Tomo leaves June and runs away into the rain. Arriving at Tomo's location, June's eyes fall on her wet clothes, and he ends up noticing Tomo's bra and immediately runs away. At the boys' karate club, Tomo is sparring with his teammate Misaki. Misaki recalls how she's amazing, sharp, light on her feet, and stronger than anyone else in the karate club. After getting knocked out, Tomo apologizes to him, but Misaki appears to not mind at all. He asks why she joined the boys' club, to which Tomo replies that all the other students in her family's dojo are guys, so she's used to it. But in her first match in the girls' club, she's gotten carried away and ends up knocking out most of the new students. She also states she joined the girls' club for a change of surroundings, but before she knew it, she was surrounded by guys again and believes she's a failure as a girl. However, Misaki says she's a very charming girl. Feeling happy, Tomo states this is the first time a guy has acknowledged her as a girl. She asked Misaki what seemed girly about her. Misaki states she has all kinds of charms, but she needs to emphasize one thing. She is plenty charming just the way she is and has more confidence in herself. Outside the boys' karate club, two girls stalk Tomo and Misaki as they talk to each other. At the school, Gundo confronts June, revealing that Tomo has a guy friend in the karate club. Jealous, June touches her hair and throws her ponytail. June asks Tomo about a friend in the karate club, and Tomo states that his name is Misaki and that he is the club captain, showing his picture to June, but June thinks he's a girl. June asks Tomo how she would feel if Gundo got a boyfriend and stopped talking to her. Tomo states Gundo wouldn't do that ever, and if she does, she'll be a little lonely. While drinking a soda, Tomo is confronted by two girls from Class B who have previously been stalking her and Misaki outside the boys' karate club. They introduce themselves as Mifune and Agawa, respectively, and ask Tomo to meet them after school, behind the gym. Tomo sees this as a threat and tries to intimidate the two by inquiring about what they are up to and even destroying a soda can to threaten them. The trick appears to work really well as the duo asks their classmates about Tomo. One of the girls explains that she was matched up with her in the karate club and that her strength is not human. She also states Tomo moved to the boys' club and still hasn't lost a match yet. Fighting with Tomo means a cruel death. Hearing about Tomo, the others get frightened as well, and Agawa states they need to apologize to her before she can kill them. Tomo tells Gundo about Class B's girls and opens up about her plan to fight the two of them. Gundo calmly reminds her that this is not how high school girls communicate, but dissuades her friends from fighting and instead asks her to tell her if they cross the line. She also tells her that if they say anything too out of line, she will crush them socially. Later, Tomo meets Mifune and Agawa behind the gym. The two are terrified of her as they see Tomo getting ready for a fight. They both somehow gather some courage and tell her that they like Misaki, and they saw her talking with him outside the boys' karate club. Tomo completely misunderstood the situation and thinks they only come to her because they need her love advice. She recalls that she never thought her dream of giving someone love advice would come true. She tells them that if they want to get closer to Misaki, the first thing they should do is be her friends. Feeling reassured, Tomo tells Gundo she feels like one of the girls now. Gundo asks why people called her the natural in middle school, and Tomo adds she does not know. Suddenly, June arrives, grabs her from behind, and leaves the classroom. And this brings the anime to an end. Comment for part 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.